Alright, hey guys, so this is going to be about how to get your own authority and a little bit of how much money it's going to cost. And I'll tell you that I was leased to a company and when I got my own authority, and there's no way that you can drive an 18-wheeler and do all the paperwork you need to get your own authority. You need to save that for later. Then you'll figure, save it for later. Then you can figure out how to do your UCR and, all that crap paperwork that you don't need to worry about. What you need to worry about is time and money. So let's go through this step by step from simple to complicated. And first thing you need to do is to just come up with a business name. XYZ Trucking or whatever. Then after that, you need to go get you a checking account in that business name. That's the first two steps. Then you need to figure out, do you want to be an LLC, an S Corp, or a C Corp? Do not ever, ever drive an 18-wheeler up and down the road being a sole proprietor or what is called a DBA, doing business as yourself. Because if somebody runs into you, or if you run into somebody and have a wreck, their lawyers are going to come after whatever assets you have. Clear title on a car, equity on your home, your kid's tricycle, doesn't matter. They're going to come after you. So it is important that you have an LLC or an S Corp or a C Corp. The difference between being a sole proprietor or DBA and an S Corp or a C Corp or an LLC is that this, what is called an entity, is you. You are XYZ Trucking. You two are connected together like this. Okay? When you create an LLC or an S Corp, you become a whole separate entity. That corporation is a whole separate entity from you. So when an accident occurs or a lawsuit happens, they have to sue the corporation. You are just the manager of that corporation. The money that you manage for the corporation, think of it as you are the CEO of this corporation. And this is why you never ever be a sole proprietor or a DBA in any kind of company. I don't care if you're selling cupcakes or turtles. Doesn't matter. So make sure that you become an LLC, S Corp, or a C Corp. I was a C Corp. C Corp worked just fine for tax reasons. I don't know a whole lot of bit of difference between a C and a S. There's a saying that S is the best. Don't know why. I'm not a tax person. Contact a tax person that knows trucking. Not every tax person preparer knows trucking. Do not do your taxes yourself. Always hire a company to do your taxes. Always. You don't have to worry about it for 12 months after you establish your business or, whenever the next year turns around. But always hire it out and keep up with all your money yourself. Keep up with everything, and I'll show you how to do that. The next thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to find an insurance agent to do your insurance and your insurance filings. Now, your insurance agent is going to collect all your information, your truck, the year of it, the trailer, blah, 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 everything else. They're going to send that off to an underwriter, and an underwriter is going to determine how much your insurance is going to be. Now, for older model trucks it's cheaper, for later model trucks it's more expensive, but your down payment on your insurance is going to be somewhere around $2,000 to $3,500, depending on the age of your truck. It could get a little bit higher if it's a brand new truck. I don't know, never had brand new trucks. Didn't want brand new trucks. A $3,000 a month truck payment is not something you want. Don't start out like that. You will go broke. Okay, so that's going to be your truck payment right there. At the same time, you need to hire a company to file for your DOT MC and see if they can do your UCR, your SAC code, your BOC3, drug consortium. That's up to you. You got to go find a drug testing place to put you into what they call a consortium, which is a group of people, and they pick out somehow or another random drug testing procedures that are required by the government. Then you will have to take an online drug training course by the government after you get all this done. And this is about how much it's going to cost you to get all of this done. That's $150. Well, I didn't do that, I don't know. Anyway, so it's going to be about $400. The reason you need to hire a company for your DOT and MC is because of time. And I'm going to get into that later, because you're going to run out of time getting all this stuff done. You need to be on the road making money to pay for this $5,300. Now, this $5,300 was the top value of everything. It was the top of the $3,500. Your LLC or S corp can cost you up to $500. When you go get a corporation, you're going to end up with one of these books right here. It's got all the corporate stuff in it that you're going to have. And then you see all this paperwork? Looks pretty simple, right? You know, all of this stuff that you have to read. That's your TAP account for your tags and all that. We hadn't even got to a tag account yet. But IRP account. This is your UCR registration. SAC code. It's a lot easier to hire somebody to do it. What I did when I was driving a truck is I waited till tax season until I got my tax return back to give me that cushion of money that I needed to make sure that I did not run out of time before I could start making some money and start paying myself and paying my bills. You need to make sure that you do not run out of time before you run out of money. All right, so that's that, and I'll show you this right here. You know, that looks expensive, but this is 1 month of my trucking company. You can see all the loads we did, the amounts and everything. That's the total gross amount for the month of January 2015. The gross amount is $28,494. This is 5 trucks. My